Hello everybody, good day to you. What's going on here? All the cars out front are covered up. Oh, I see what's happening. The guys are painting the billboards. Oh, that's nice. We have good looking billboards today. Check this one out over here. Look at that one, they painted that one too. Cool. Yeah, they're not just re-billboarding, they're painting the billboards. Oh man, today is full of surprises. Look at that. I have some seats. Cool. And I have no parking spaces. I'm gonna go back here. Yeah, I'll say I just gotta nose it in up here at the trailers. That's fine. Parking's the auto. Powering down. Look at this. Everybody's all looking busy all of a sudden. I walked in and they're like, oh, the boss is here. Let's figure out what's going on. What we got here? A 6.7 Power Stroke F350 Lariat FX4. Hey Rod, what are you doing in here? He just gave me the friendly, I'm busy. That's a non-answer.
He's doing a DCR conversion from the CP4 factory pump. Nice.
So we're getting rid of the old high-pressure CP4 that's failure-prone and putting in a non-failure-prone DCR.
And upgrade the intake to a pusher intake.
Ooh, it's going to make more horsepower. Beautiful. Hello.
Hey, he's sweating in this Florida heat.
Is he? It's not even hot. It's like, oh, he went inside. Air conditioning. Oh, Lauren, don't go anywhere. Come here real quick. This is very important. I have to tell you something. I love you.
Syrup.
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 Syrup. It's not syrup.
Go away.
You're in my territory. It's scissor.
No.
Syrup?
No.
Is it syrup? I say syrup.
The Y is...
What about you? Syrup or syrup? No, syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
This is a big deal. Syrup? Okay.
Y'all are from North Carolina.
And y'all can't say syrup and y'all at this, or
S-Y-R is sear.
syrup.
Not sir.
Syrup.
Sear.
You gotta have an accent. Syrup.
Sir.
All right. Syrup. You're the best.
I tolerate you.
I love you. In other news, I had a delivery today, and that delivery was a pair of bucket seats that are going to go in the rear of the Silverado back there. I had taken out this gross-looking factory bench seat, and we're going to do the swap to some buckets that came out of a 2002, I think it was a Yukon XL. And the reason I chose these particular seats, and I'm kind of regretting it, the pictures look better than the real life versions, but these were actually a two-tone color, which actually fit the theme of the truck. The problem is they've been in packing for a long time, and there's some divots in them. They're dirty. This is not what I thought that I bought, especially this. See that? Look at that. I have to take that apart and fix it somehow. I think it's bent. Look at that. Like somebody had this kind of sitting down like that and they were sitting on it or climbed over it or whatever. So unfortunately, when you buy used car parts, sometimes you get things that are not expected. It's a no return policy. These things were shipped from far away. I can recondition this upholstery and I think I can fix that armrest. So I'm gonna have to turn these into a project before I can finish the other project by installing these. So that's kind of a disappointment. So it was like a yay and a nyeh at the same time. But I think when they're reupholstered or at least cleaned up and reconditioned, they're gonna look a whole lot better, especially once I fix that stupid armrest that's broken. That's kind of got me bummed out. I actually wanted to throw these things in today, but I don't want to install them in this condition. So maybe later. Anywaysers, I'm waiting to get a hold of my backing plates for this front wheel over here. So I'm kind of on a parts hold on this thing. Dave's over yonder up inside doing the AC compressor. He started that this morning and we're just kind of waiting on parts right now. By the way, thanks Bruce for sending us the electrical lighting torch. This is going to be super cool to play with later on. I think if I take the end of it off, we can use the igniter to induce electrical current. It's a little sparky in there. There it is. Watch this. This is going to be fun. Hey, Lauren. Dave's like, no, don't do it.
Pull up my email just one moment.
Uh-oh. I didn't do it, but she kicked me out something fierce. She gave me the look. Yeah, she gave me the look. Oh, and by the way, since I was thanking Bruce for the electro shocking device thing, I'd also like to thank everybody who has participated in the new Rain Man Ray's Repairs merchandise store. We've had a lot of orders come in, even though there was some problems with shipping through our website. I was able to get that fixed relatively quickly. our team worked diligently to fix those errors, and I think we're all up and running. But again, I'd like to thank everybody who has participated in the pilot launch and ordered some merchandise. I certainly hope you're happy with the products that have been created and received, because like I mentioned, I like higher end products, buy once, cry once. So we decided not to sell cheapo stuff. We only wanted to sell premium stuff. Similarly to like my hat here. It's not a cheapo button back type of hat. It's fitted, very nice material. It's a 6-panel because I think that looks better. They're custom embroidered and they're fitted. And I wear my hat every day now. Yay. So anyway, we've got our shims back over our never seized brake caliper brackets right here. Let's go ahead and get the slide pins cleaned up on this guy and get that in. And then we'll do the other bracket as well. Like I said, I'm prepping for when the backing plates arrive, because I just couldn't do a brake job, a rust mitigation brake job on a rusted out, broken, nasty looking backing plate. That's a no bueno. Opening the hood.
Oh, look who that guy is.
Oh man, I'm kind of embarrassed. We had to call O'Reilly's back and apologize. They had delivered this box and we didn't notice, and we called them back asking them to locate our backing plates, and they're out scrambling right now wondering where the backing plates are, and they were in the shop over there on the floor under that AC compressor box. Oops. So we had to call them back and tell them we were sorry for making assumptions. Alrighty folks, now that we have sorted out this debacle issue going on of non-communication with this backing plate, let's go ahead and get this thing back together. Get our plate on, that goes right through there, and then our bearing is going to go over that plate and then thread into those very large bolts right there. Oh, by the way, if this is your first time here or have missed any of the other videos on this particular truck, this video is part of a series, and if you wish to go back to see any of the other work that has been performed, just check down inside this video's description. You will find a link that will take you to the other episodes on this particular truck. Let's wipe this wheel speed sensor off. We don't want dirt interfering with the magnetic signal from inside of the bearing. So we're gonna slip that guy right through there into its hole, plug it in. Good. We'll get that little fastener in position real quick, like screw that wheel speed sensor down, and then we can tighten up this hub right here. Now what we've achieved primarily with replacing these backing plates is some serious longevity on this system, because that's going to eliminate one of the final rusty components on this front suspension. There we go. So we got a 15 electron ratcheting wrench coming in on the back side. We're going to run down all of these bolts going through the flange on our wheel bearing here. Let's get them all threaded first. 3. First clickage. Tight enough. There we go. Now we'll switch out to the handheld wrench and apply some massive torquages. Hey, what are you guys doing over there? You're having more fun than I am. I'm not having fun. I mean, we are having fun over here, but no one's laughing. You guys are laughing. I'm jealous. Let's get that last one in and tight. One more time. Or not. See, the tie rod's in the way. We talked about that in the last video. One more pull. Clickage. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, let's swing this assembly into the other direction so we can set up our rotor and caliper. Okay, so the astute amongst you will notice all this anti-seize everywhere. That was a joke from the last video. I wasn't gonna leave that there. So let's go ahead and wash that off real quick, like, because the next guy's gonna see that and go, what is happening here and why would they do this? Well, it was me and I did it for fun. There. Now it's shining again. So the reason I chose those particular rotors that I mentioned is we can see here how they've got a coating on them. See this paint looking business? It's not paint. I mean, it's kind of like a paint, but it's not paint. But this coating is over the entire surface area of all of this rotor. And this is designed to prevent rust and corrosion. So all this area here will stay clean. This area on the hub will stay clean. The back side will stay clean. The vents will stay clean. So this is supposed to massively reduce corrosion. And seeing as how this is from a salt belt area, I figured it would be beneficial to reduce the amount of possible long-term rust that could occur with that system. Brake caliper coming in. We've got, see the replacement shims, and I did apply some Never Seas to the back side of these shims. I'm not going to apply a bunch of lubricant to the front side because we will just recreate the conditions that caused that jacking to occur on the pads to begin with. And I'd like to avoid such things, so I'm not gonna load that up with grease. Swivelly wobbly 18 coming in. Let's run down these bracket bolts. Little weeby wobbly. Oh man. There we go. I had to stabilize. I was destabilized. Good. All right, let's get our first pad in position. This is our inboard. Slide that into, there we go, into that bracket. It's still kind of tight, but it's also not straight. Hang on, bear with me, I'm doing it wrong. Ah, looky here, I had the wrong pad. This one had the indicator tab on it and it was interfering right there. Let's try one without that particular indicator tab. See if that one sits a little bit better. Everything's a hammer. That's still kind of tight. I don't like that. I have an idea. I know what to do here to make this fit better. Throw it on the ground. That's what I'll do. Let's make sure these shims are fully seated here before we start doing other stuff. Might just be a real tight squeeze. See that? They flattened out a little bit and conformed a little better to the caliper bracket. Let's try this, see what happens. Trying again. Let's see how it fits now. Get on there, please. Form and fitment's gonna be everything in this situation here. So look at there, that one's got some motion, and this one's a little tight. Yeah, that one right there is a little tight. I'm gonna sand off the powder coat on this flange right here. Got a little Ziz wheel guy. Just gonna get in there a little bit, polish it down ever so slightly. How do we fit now? Oh yeah, much better. Look at that. It slides, it's free, it's not stuck. Let's get the other one on next. Beautiful. Okay, our outboard pad. Let's slide that one in. This is the one that has the two squealers on it. And let's see how this side fits. Wiggle it in, get it on the flats, and then line everybody up, just like that. That's nice and free. Bottom one's nice and free, good to go. Let's back it up some. We'll grab the caliper, get it off of its hook, and then we'll slide this. Oh, slide pins, slide pins. Fail, I'm ahead of myself. Slide pins. We need to clean and re-lubricate the slide pins. We'll give these guys a quick wipe down to lose all that old grease. Get rid of that stuff. Then we can re-grease it with some new grease. There we go. Good. So Now, we'll get that caliper in position. And no, I don't need to put grease on the pads either, but they have a composite shim that sticks to the pad, and this is supposed to facilitate the function that used to be fulfilled with the application of grease. So we're not going to grease these either. There's no need to do it. Throw some purpley lube on there, nice and thick like. There we go. And then we'll feed our slide pins into the bracket, get them threaded. Nice. And a couple forward hits with the 19. That side is secure. So while we're here, and before I put that fender liner back in, let's get some grease in all these joints. Uh-oh. What's this problem? Okay, well that gun died, so let's revert back to the manual gun. Give this thing a few squirts of some lubricant. There we go. Wipe away all the extra. Good. Let's give this steering wheel a turn again, and we'll get the tie rod right here. Couple pumps. There we go. See the little boot expand? Now we know that it's full. Just like that. Alrighty, this side is mostly done except for that fender liner. Let's run over to the passenger side. Repeat procedure. Whoa! Collision course. You didn't see that coming, I'll tell you what. Alrighty, just like the other side, let's just get a wee little bit of anti-seize right here and around the front. That way we can't get rust jacking between the bearing and the hub here. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have plenty of lubricant here. We can continue. What's Aaron?
What Ray's not telling you, he does not have to use this in Florida, but if he was in the Rust Belt in Michigan and Detroit, this would be all over.
Nasty. All right, so we got our 3 large fasteners coming through from the back side here. Those are the bolts for the bearing. I will slip. I think it goes that way. Yes, it does. Slip our backing plate over, like so. And our newish-ish bearing coming in, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and start a couple of these threads, just like the other side. That way it can't fall out. Well, that's all 3 bolts in now. So let's go ahead and dig out this wheel speed sensor here. Give that a quick wipey down, nice and shiny. We'll slide this guy through a little hole here. There we go. That's in. Let's get our set screw set up and bolt that unit down. All right, steering wheel going back the other direction here. Gives us some easier access. Okay, let's tighten this thing down real quick like. What do we want?
Yeah.
For lunch?
Yeah, barbecue, Chick-fil-A.
Oh, well, we can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A.
I'll get a bunch of
Fillets of chickens. Thank you, dear. Electron ratchet coming in on the 15. Get the 3 fasteners secured. Pick that one. I'll hit them with the manual wrench as well. That's a good bite on that one. And the other, it's kind of a farther away, harder to reach one. There she is. A little tighter. There we go, one more. Oh. There, that one's tightish. Cool. Let's finish it off with the regular wrench here. Let's give it a pull. Top bolt. Actually, you know what? I'll let gravity do my bidding here. I'll set it up on this side and just lean on it. There we go. It does the work so I don't have to. Gravitas. Oh, there we go. Nice and tight. Click. Okie dokes, one more turn of our wheel assembly here. There we go. Okay, rotor numero dos coming in. Let's go ahead and stick a lug nut on it so it doesn't weeby wobbly around while I'm trying to fit those pads. Just run it down by hand just so it holds this in position. There we go. Now we can get our bracket in position here. I have already taken the liberty of fitting the shims, or the slides rather. Clean the bottom out, never sees them on the inside, and those are now in position. Let's get the bolts started. There we go, and again an 18 millimeter. Let's run them down first. Clickage. Twice clickage. There we go. All right, let's see how these pads are gonna fit in here. So that bottom, that fits really well. No binding. This top one, that's a little tight at the top. Tell you what, we'll sand off a little bit. There's his wheel. Oh yeah, there's an imperfection right there in the powder coat. I see it. There we go. Now do you fit? Yes, it does. Beautiful. Good. That's loose. That one's too loose. I kicked it out. There. Okay, that side's good. Let's try the other side. This is the one with the dual squealers. Let's see how this one's gonna fit. I imagine it'll need a slight trim job. Let's see here. Get in there. Oh, that one fits great. Look at that. Perfection. Cool beans. So, let's back it up some. Grab the caliper, flip that around. No grease on the pads. Not doing it. Put that in position like so. Let's do the slide pin wipe down. Out with the old grease, in with the new grease. Nice and shiny. Purple lube coming in, running low. Look at that. Get that one on there, nice and purpley. Is this glove bothering you guys? It's bothering me. Now I gotta re-lube my pin. It's contaminated with floor debris. Towel's gone. There, trying again. Let's get rid of the dirt that I just introduced. But now my finger's gonna get dirty. Anthony stole my protection. It's gonna be covered in lubricant in no time. Right there up top. There we go. A couple impacts with the 18, 19. Which that, you know, that always bothered me with these. They make the 19s for the caliper brackets, or for the caliper, but then the bolts on the back are 18.
Yeah.
And when they could have just made them all 19 or all 18 and then not.
That would mean the engineers are making your job too easy.
Part numbers. It's all about part numbers. Alrighty guys, let me dig myself out of this corner. Dave is patiently waiting to finish his job on this over here. He was doing the compressor for us. I was gonna do it, but he got it before I got here today. So I'm gonna get out of Dave's way. We have completed everything we needed to complete on this truck except for greasing these front joints, which I will do that right now, and I will also do that in closing. So having said all that, you guys, as always, thank you guys for watching this video. I certainly hope you enjoyed this video. If in fact If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to let me know about that in the comment section down below. Do not forget to tap that like button while you're down there. And most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later in a video, in a Silverado, end of Canadian brake job, corrosion, contamination, reduction, in a day, in a transmission.
Hey everybody, I hijacked Ray's camera. Ray, what are you doing over here, buddy?
Stole my camera. I'm putting a wheel well in.
I hijacked his camera. That's what happens. That's what happens when you leave things laying around.
I have a new camera. Oh, you're dangerous to leave things around. I've seen you in action. I've seen you in clip. Yeah. Yeah, we're putting in a fender well. I've been meaning to do this for like 3 videos and I'm still not doing it.
You ready to hang this compressor?
Yeah, I don't know. Dave was working on that thing. I'm not sure.
Famous?